Right. Welcome everyone to the State of the Game, 5th of April.
Yes.
If you happened to miss it and not tune in, Falcon Lost is the new Incursion that is taking place in 1.1, coming out on the 12th.
Yes. In a week.
Exactly.
In exactly a week, actually.
Exactly a week. So you've got a bunch of new stuff in there. You've got gear sets coming.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 gear sets. There's one that is going to be focused on Darkzone stuff, and then there's 3 which are more PvE focused. Anyway, you can watch the past broadcast and find out more about that. There's a bunch of information in there. All right, gear score as well is going to be in the next update. So again, that past broadcast has more information on that. Assignments. So you know more about assignments than I do.
Yeah, maybe.
I think you do. What for people who don't know about assignments, how would you explain them?
So basically, it's daily and weekly activities so you will get new assignments every day. Some are more PvE focused, so you're going to have to go in the open world and do some special things. Some are more Darkzone focused, and some are more focused on crafting. All of them reward you with different things.
Yep.
So that's a way also for us to, give you some of these things that you're hunting for.
Yes. What kind of rewards?
There's
Phoenix credits.
There's Phoenix credits. Basically, I think it depends on what kind of assignment. So like PvE assignments will reward with Phoenix credits. Darkzone assignments will reward with Darkzone experience. And crafting assignments will reward with Division Tech.
High-end Division Tech?
Division Tech. I don't know exactly.
But
I think there's some high-end there, yeah.
Oh, okay. Supply drops. The big game changer coming to the Dark Zone in 1.1.
Yes.
So for people who don't know, supply drops are, imagine a thing that drops from the sky, and a bunch of people in the Dark Zone obviously want this.
Yeah.
See if people turn on you. That's
it's going to be very interesting because it's also... The cool thing about supply drops is that the items that you get in there are not contaminated. So you can just pick up the loot from the supply drop and equip it right away. Yes. So I think that's what makes it really exciting.
And trading.
Yes.
Trading, that's another big thing that's coming.
Yeah, I mean, many people have been asking for it. So it's something that as soon as people started talking about it already, when we started the betas, that's something that has been looked into by the team. And yeah, we're very happy that we're able to put this solution in the game.
There are some patch notes dropping later today.
Yes, we're going to release the patch notes for the next update later today.
This right now is scheduled maintenance.
Yeah.
Okay, people. So right now, they're not going to have to download anything to get back online?
No, there is no changes of note with the maintenance today. It's all server side. Later today, we're going to release the patch notes for next Tuesday, which is when update 1.1 comes.
Yes. A lot of big stuff in 1.1. I've actually got some of the highlights of that right here. The big thing that people have been asking about, Phoenix credits.
Yeah.
That's so we're bringing it kind of back a little bit. Here is what I have. Level 30 NPCs will drop between 1 and 3 credits.
Yep. Which
is kind of where it is at now for everyone else.
Yep.
But level 31 enemies drop 2 to 4, and 32 3 to 5 Phoenix credits.
Yeah.
There are going to be new blueprints.
Yes. New blueprints.
Level 31 and for the first time level 32.
Yeah.
Blueprints.
So we're talking, don't be surprised guys, because when you're going to read the patch notes, you're going to see that sometimes we're talking about level 31 and 32 items. So yeah, level 32 confirmed. But sometimes we're talking about gear score. So in the patch notes, we're still talking about level 32, but when the update comes in, actually, there will not be such thing as level 31 and 32 anymore.
No, it'll have a gear score.
It's all going to be gear score items.
Yeah.
So basically, we have items coming in that are equivalent to what would be a level 32, but they're actually, they'll have a specific gear score, which is depending on their quality and everything. Some
recipes will have Division Tech removed from them.
Yes. So that's something that's going to be rather regular, which is basically when we bring in new blueprints, some of the old ones are going to be moved from Darkzone plus Division Tech requirements to base of operations and no Division Tech requirement anymore. And therefore the new ones are going to be put there instead.
Nice.
So
also, the Darkzone ranks, so right now we have Darkzone rank 30 and 50 gear. Yeah. We're kind of shuffling around how that works. Instead of rank 30, it's going to be rank 15 for the superior items. Level 30 gear is going to be rank 25 instead of 50. And level 31 gear is going to be rank 40.
There's going to be also items for rank 75 and rank 90.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so go there and find these Darkzone ranks.
People asking like, oh, why go above level 50?
Yeah. Now there's going to be a reason why you want to go above 50.
There's now another bracket. So
Yeah.
people who will be in the 160 gear score bracket will be in their own bracket.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So now we're going to have two Darkzone brackets for level 30. The one for people that are below gear score 160 and the one for people that are over gear score 60. What is 160, sorry.
Yeah.
And what is gear score 160? It's approximately the gear score you will get if you're pretty much full high-end, basically.
Yeah, if you have a lot of gold, you may be already above.
If you have a lot of gold and maybe a couple still purple items left, that's pretty much where you're going to be with gear score 160. Yeah,
we're adding support for players on PC to be able to report people from inside the client.
Yeah,
you can now use /report and then username, I guess, so we can then flag that account and look into what they're doing. These are the things that you guys are asking about a lot, so we want to make sure that we address them. The backpack stuff.
Yeah, it's as far as we could investigate, because as we said, it's complicated. It's mostly linked to having a lot of items in your inventory, which is the reason also why we advise people to not store mods by putting them in their weapons, like, modding their weapons, just so they can get more inventory space, because that increases the risk of being locked out of your account.
Yep.
So we think that this is what's causing the issue. Basically, that's locking the character out. We have a fix for that is going to be deployed in a week with title update, the update 1.1.
Cheating.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be a console problem, but we are aware that it is happening.
It's also a situation that we know is there, and we know that a lot of people have been asking about it to get a status update on the cheating thing. So there are different things to consider. First, we're always asking you guys to report cheaters. And we want to thank you, by the way, for all the reports you've been sending us, because it helps. Now, it's not the only way we deal with cheaters, and I know that some people were saying, like, yeah, but you should, do it yourself and without having to ask the community to do the job for
exactly.
you. We are not just using community reports, of course. Community reports or user reports is just a way for us to, maybe identify the ones we wouldn't identify ourselves, but we also have some server tracking on our side, which allows us to identify cheaters, and we have regular waves of suspension and banning that are being applied for the cheater.
Just to reiterate, it's not just a 3-day ban that is like the only thing we can do. So we have the 3-day ban, and then repeat offenders will. It's
like any violation. There's always an escalation. So the first violation usually is, in the case of cheating, it's a 3-day suspension. There is no warning, because we assume that if you're cheating, you know what you're doing. So you'll get a 3-day suspension. You just get basically 1 second chance, and if you cheat again, then you're out forever.
Yep. All right. Can
we? Regarding the update, I think we can say a bit what's coming this week. So as we said, today we have patch notes coming. So they will be hitting later today. Just keep refreshing the website. It's going to be in a few hours.
People were also asking about the podcast I recorded.
Yeah, so there's going to be the podcast. So it's going to be released on our SoundCloud account. So if you haven't been there yet, go on SoundCloud and you should find the Division game, I think we're called there.
Yep, and you can also search for it on iTunes. And I think I use an Android phone, so Double Twist now shows it. I'm sure a lot of other syndication things will show it as well.
But yeah, so we'll have the podcast there. So that's about Incursions, but also it's a bit more top level on all the different things like endgame, economy, balancing. Also, I think you're talking about all these kind of things.
Yeah, it was a good time.
So we have that. We are going to have an article also that gives kind of a recap of what is the Incursion, what is Falcon Lost, and how Incursions actually work. Talk about gear set as well and everything. So that's also coming this week. And,
so the actual update 1.1, I mean, maybe you don't know this, when exactly does it go live? But when we come back from maintenance, it's going to be 1.1.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all we need to know. All right, so basically now, in terms of time, on the 12th.
Yeah, so in exactly 7 days.
In exactly 1 week from now.